Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about something very important. And that's the case of Lindsay Shiver. And if you forgot who she is, she's a former beauty queen that married a man that used to play for the NFL. And who's now a very successful businessman, who I believe is a extreme millionaire or a billionaire. Simply put, the guy has a private jet, homes all over the place. He's a handsome guy. And from the outside looking in, and I know that's hard to do, but appears to have been devoted to his wife and children. Well, though Lindsay actually had the so-called perfect life that most of the Instagram models say they want, but she still cheated on her husband with some low-life criminal in the Bahamas, where her husband would take her and her children for vacations as her husband has a house there. And they seemed to hatch a plan to delete her husband. But today the story takes a turn. While waiting for trial, a motion was made to let this woman travel to the United States to visit her family. No word is given as if she can have contact with her children or not. But that even being a talking point is completely and utterly insane. Now remember my last video, where we talked about how and why there are so many people that have grown up with narcissist mothers in this world. And yes, indeed, there are just as many narcissist men. Just like the low-life guy she was cheating on her husband with, and his friends that were trying to delete Lindsay's husband. But we live in a world, even if a female narcissist can do the worst crime, they let her roam free, to give the narcissist smirk at the camera, and to travel around. When she so-called plotted to end the life of her husband and the father of her children, also she could hang out with a bunch of criminals in the Bahamas. And how do we know they are criminals? The police foiled the plot, because they obtained the phone of one of these low-life criminals because he got caught doing another crime. And they found the plot or plan to end the life of this woman's husband, with her being the so-called mastermind. Oh, and I talked about in one of my videos, that women are trained to want criminals. And there were many that understood what I was saying. But there were a few that it went over their head. Well, look at Exhibit A right behind me. She had it all, and was willing to delete her husband. Also she could be with a criminal, and furthermore have her children around a criminal or criminals. Yet here we are, and we have to wonder, are they going to let her have the ability to see her children when back in the United States? But what do you think if the tables were turned and it was the husband plotting the end of this woman? He would be under the jail and never allowed to see his children again, regardless if the trial had happened or not. You see, this sickness of narcissism is spreading far and wide. And it's spreading on purpose. And it's being pushed and it's being allowed. No. Not all men are narcissists. Just like not all women are narcissists. But if you give the benefit of the doubt to most women on planet Earth, no matter what bad thing they have done, that's a recipe for the narcissism that are in that bunch of women that are indeed narcissists, to spread unchecked throughout society. Look. We are seeing it in living color. Women and men are both flawed. And if the system was truly in the best interest of children, they would look at the parent as a human being, and having the same capabilities for evil no matter they be a man or woman. And no matter if they are a former beauty queen or not. Oh, and you guys that are chasing those so-called baddies, The man in this story probably thought he struck gold when he met this beautiful and attractive woman. A woman that likely said and did all of the right things to lure him in. Only to find out she was a viper sent from the pits of hell to ruin his life and to ruin his family. Narcissism comes in physically ugly people and comes in the most beautiful people. Same with kindness and love. There are some extremely loving and kind ugly people and extremely loving and kind attractive people. I say that to say, have boundaries. And don't take things or people all the time at face value. Let time elapse. So you can see their true character and their true spirit. So you can avoid falling into a trap facing a snake instead of someone you thought that loved you. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.